beauty family. My name is Sonia. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in this channel, we talk about finances and everything real estate. So in today's video, we will be talking about the different types of loans that you will get as a first-time home buyer or as a buyer in general, and what are the interest rates that go along with these different type of loans. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, turn on your notification bell so every time I upload a new video, you will be the first to know, right? Thank you so much for everybody that has been subscribing, and thank you for everyone that is watching this channel. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is the different loan types that you're actually going to get, maybe from your bank, maybe from the mortgage lender or the credit union. So those are some of the places you actually go to get this thing, and it's gonna be during your pre-approval process that you're going to know what loan type, right, you're actually able to get. So the first loan type you actually get is called conventional loan. What are conventional loans? Conventional loans are loans that are not backed or insured by the government, and they are mostly given to you by the bank or credit union or private lenders, and they need a credit score of at least 620, right, or 620 or higher. And the more your credit, like I talked about yesterday, the more your credit score, the better you will get for your conventional loans. So if you're having a credit from at least 620, 680, 700 and something, well, you have more options, right? You have that option of conventional loan to be given to you by your lender, the bank, or the credit union, whoever is actually going to give this. Like I said, keep in mind, it is not insured by the government. So you're getting this, know that it's not insured by the government. And it has actually competitive interest rate. So the higher you have a good credit score, the better options you will get on your interest rate. So you might likely get a lower interest rate if you have good credit score. Maybe you have a credit score of 800, 850. People do have those, right? So you can actually buy down your interest from your credit score, and that's one of the loans type that you're gonna get. And when we talk about conventional loans, they actually start from a 3% to a 20% interest rate. So if you ever go to get a loan and you have a conventional and you say, no, I want a conventional loan, but I don't want a down payment, there is no way you're going to get out of it. There's no conventional loan as far as I know. Okay? As far as I know, I mean, from my research, there's no conventional loan that is going to have a zero down payment. You have at least a 3% or 20%. So you can start as low as 3%. But keep in mind, the lower your percentage you're paying for that, interest, and the 3 to 20% is your down payment. So you are actually supposed to bring between 3 to 20% of whatever your loan amount is gonna be. So let's say you buy your house 250 and you end up taking a 250 loan. So just know that between 3 and 20%. So the higher the percentage you pay down, the better for you, because that's the only way you're going to get the interest rate lower. Because if you pay less, you're going to get something higher, right? They want you to pay down, because guess what? Those banks and private lenders, they love this type of loan because you pay upfront and it gives you more equity. The second loan type we're going to talk about here is going to be FHA, or what is called Federal Housing Administration. It is insured by the government. So these loans are often mostly for first-time home buyers, and for those who have a lower credit score. And the credit score for this is about 580 or higher. Maybe those who have a lower credit score below 580, you could still qualify. The only thing is you're going to pay a higher down payment. So in most of the loans you actually take, you still have to do a down payment. And FHA has a 3.5 down payment, right? So yeah, it's insured by the government. People with lower credit scores can actually qualify for this, and it's generally flexible, right? And these are some of the programs that the government offer to first-time home buyers. So you're gonna have one which is the FHA, or the Federal Housing Administration, right? And then the other loan that is equally insured by the government is VA loans. VA loans are for veterans. So veterans are eligible for these: active duty service members and their surviving spouses. So if you're a veteran out there, or you're in active duty, or your spouse, right? If your spouse is no longer there and you're available, or you're still alive, you can qualify for a VA loan if you want to go and buying a house. They are actually given to those who serve. So it is guaranteed, right? Like I said, it's guaranteed by the government or by the Department of Veterans, and you do not really have. They don't have a minimum credit score, but they prefer those who have 620 or higher on credit scores, right? So there is no minimum set, but it is preferable you have at least a 620 or higher for this credit. And do you require down payments for this? No. Down payments are not required for VA loans. They are not. So for those who say I don't want to do a down payment, and you are a veteran, well, you have this option to go through to get a house. Another type of loan you have is the USDA loan, U.S. Department of Agriculture, and they offer these loans. These are loans offered by the government, right? And it's primarily designed for home buyers in rural or suburban areas. So if you are okay staying in rural areas or suburban areas, this is a perfect loan for you to go after. I don't think there's anything wrong with you staying out there. It just depends on what you want, right? Maybe they don't have every other thing that a big city will have, but if you're comfortable staying in a rural area, well, why not? Why not go for these loans, right? They are available out there, and there is no strict minimum credit score for this loan type as well, but they will generally prefer people that have a 640 or higher credit scores. And borrowers with a lower credit score may still qualify on this loan type as well. So if you're comfortable staying in suburban and rural areas, well, this is another loan that you can actually take. Like I said, it is guaranteed, right, by the government. And with USDA loans, there are actually 100% finance. So meaning there is no down payment required for USDA loans. And all these things I can't tell you how they work, because like I said earlier, everybody is different, right? And the qualifications differ from person to person. So the bank will be in the best position to tell you, or your credit union or your mortgage broker, whoever you go through to actually get any of these loans. They'll be in the right position to explain these things in detail. You might qualify for one, you might not qualify for the other. So it just depends on what happens during the process of you getting this different type of loans out there. And then there are equally some other things that the government actually do to actually help home buyers. This, you can get qualified for down payment assistance, and this is maybe you have to go through your state, right, or to the website to actually look if you qualify and what's the process for you to go through the down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. And many states and local government offer this assistance, right, so that you don't have to carry the burden. But keep in mind, how much you make or how much you earn and other things really matter in this programs, because well, you'll not be making a lot of money and expect the government to give you so much money for you to actually go do a down payment if you're a first time home buyer, right? So I think this is actually given to those who don't make a lot of money. But like I said, check on the government websites in your state to know what is required and what are the criteria they actually take for you to be granted this assistance program during your home buying. So, and one other thing I want to talk about is when it comes to the conventional loans, right? If you pay a lower down payment, you end up paying what is called private mortgage insurance. So the lower your down payment percentage you pay, the higher you're going to pay for your PMI or your private mortgage insurance. And USDA loans don't have private mortgage insurance. So that is something that is good and very, very good for those who actually want to stay in the rural and urban areas. So put all those things into consideration and do a lot of research while you go out there to actually get these loans, right? It's a 30 year, 15 years, long time. So imagine I have to work and pay all this money for 30 or 15 years and I don't even know where I want to go into, what kind of loan type. So you want to make sure you do your research and ask a lot of questions. Even if you do the research and you're getting confused out there, ask a lot of questions when you meet these lenders. Ask them, hey, if I just qualify for a conventional and at the end of the day I'm unable to go with the conventional, what is my next available option? What other options do I qualify for? So you have the different options that you can qualify for, and then you make your choices from there. You don't just want to go out there and they tell you, hey, you qualify for FHA. Maybe there's something you could do to qualify for a conventional and you don't ask and they don't tell you, right? So sometimes you need to ask for you to actually know what options you could do. And sometimes some people qualify for an FHA, but there are things they could do to qualify for conventional. Maybe they just didn't know about it. So it's something very important for you to ask, what else if I wanted to, or if I wanted a conventional or choose to go for a conventional and right now I only qualify for FHA, what could I do? What can I bring? Or is there any way I can work on my credit score before the time period, right? Because you can qualify for conventional immediately when you actually apply for it. But by the time you go out there to see that house, maybe 3 months, 6 months, you don't know how long it's going to take, right? And you can actually qualify for a conventional. Or you can wait. If they tell you currently qualify for FHA, and you ask those questions, what can I do to qualify for conventional? And they tell you, hey, you can work on the credit score. And then like maybe in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, you can actually work on it and get these things cleared out. Do you have the option to wait? Yeah, you could. It's just based on you, because nobody is going to stay in that house with you. Nobody is going to pay that loan with you. You have the final decisions, right? Sometimes people even go through the process and say, oh, after 6 months, there are a lot of things that came up and I don't want to buy a house. Is anybody going to force you? No, nobody's going to force you to actually go through the loan if you're not ready and willing. So you can always ask these questions to make sure you have the best options out there for you, so you don't go through a lot of issues or a lot of struggles just because you have to buy a house, right? It's very good to know this thing and understand the specific requirements, qualification, application process for each of these programs. Like I said, consult the local housing agencies, lenders, and attend home buyers education programs so they can provide you with valuable guidance. And one thing I will equally say is the brokerage I am with, we actually provide all these first-time home buyers education for free. So if you are in the state of Missouri and Kansas, you can actually leave me a comment in the comment section, and I will get back with you and tell you when we actually have these classes, right? We have them on Saturdays, second Saturdays of the month. So you can reach out to me if you're interested in learning new things. Like I said, it's totally free. They're totally free events. We educate people, especially first-time home buyers. We have learners coming. We have credit repair people come in and they educate you on different things you need to know. So if you're in the state of Missouri and Kansas and you're interested in learning these things, please let me know. It also, in addition to that, I actually have my books on the website. I'm going to be leaving the link below. If you're interested in learning or reading on your own what you need to know, it's called the First Time Home Buyers Guide. If you're interested in doing that, I'm going to leave the link to this website down in my bio, so you can click on it and then you can request for a copy of the book so you can read it to have a more proper understanding, or at least get some knowledge before you actually go out there to actually buy a house or go through the process. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you everybody for listening. Please leave your comment below, and like I said, if you have any thing or options or opinions or comments or something you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comment below. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay healthy. Until next time, thank you.